Daytona! Here we are at Daytona International Speedway, the world center of racing for the next round in the OSCA World Cup Series, the Monster OSCA Jam, where most of the field is breaking out the Monster Jam Monster Truck schemes. I'm James Watson, joined as always by my broadcast partner Cam Rich and Carlos Acosta. First of all, Cam, we got a different format tonight. We're going traditional speed weeks here and breaking out two individual dual races, 12 laps each before a 100th lap feature event.
Yep, it's a different format for this race, and I think a first in OSCA history, if I'm not mistaken, something like that kind of happening. That's not like a first race of the season type thing, but we are hearing qualifying currently, setting the field for those two dual races. Currently, it looks like Darren's staff has the fastest time on the field right now. We do have qualifying broken into groups, so you won't see all the cars on the track at the moment. That's just a product of the heat racing, but we can see your results there on the left side of the screen. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, the dual races will set the field for the main 100 lap feature. So traditional heat race style there, and much of what we know at Daytona for the first race of the season.
Absolutely. We see everyone continue to circulate the track, trying to put in laps of the good old classic open qualifying here for the restrictor plate races that everybody loves so much.
Is this the camera at the airport? I thought I saw a runway there.
No, we were trying to find the old Daytona beach track. Honestly,
yeah,
that
right
would
here.
be that would be a lot of fun to have. iRacing, please. NASCAR 2003 could have it. Why can't we?
I believe it was also in one of the Thunder games. I want to say like
Yes,
04 or 03.
Yes, that's actually the exact game I'm talking about. I just couldn't remember the actual name of it.
I think somebody did make it for NR 2003 as well. Oh my god, that's a huge wreck on the entry of pit road.
Yeah, that might be a bit of a sneak preview for the feature race. Obviously, shouldn't have to worry about green flag pit stops here in the duels. And speaking of the duels, qualifying is over and we are ready for duel number one. Your pole sitter, of course, is the 45 of Darren's staff with the 9 of David Westergreen right behind him, or right next to him rather, on the front row. Row 2 has the 88 of Santiago Aguirre and the 65 of Noah Brown. Patrick Hahi starting 5th with Jake Scarborough rounding out row 3 with him. Row 4 features the 6 of Zach Evans and the 7 of Ray Bracey. Kynan Jones in the 85 and Adam Peeler at the 27 round out the top 10, and take it away, Cam.
Starting in 11th is the 52 of Dave Huckleberry in that Galaxy-looking machine right there. That's Chevrolet, looking good. Dallas My Hand starts in position number 12. And the last two in the field, Tim Conrad and Dylan Thomas, both did not set a time. So 14 cars each in these two halves. I was told we were going to have 40 cars here, but 28 is close enough to that. So either way, we will have some good racing here. Daytona with this package, if any NASCAR viewers were around back in 2020, 2021, you know that this package was pretty unhinged and provided some crazy racing at the plate tracks. So I see no reason why we won't see that here tonight.
Yeah, especially with only 12 laps to deal with in these duels.
There's 3 of the 4 Redux cars there in this duel number one. Santee, Noah, and Jake Scarborough there in position 6. So you could probably expect them to get hooked up pretty early. For David Westergreen, I think he's got Ray Bracey a little bit further on in the pack. I think Darren Staff, he looks like he might be the only one for RKM.
No, because kind of.
Oh, kind of, yeah, and he has Dallas too. So it was a little wild to scroll, but so yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
we'll
so from only there being one driver here to all 3 drivers are here.
Oops.
As we see the pace car get ready to make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road, Darren Staff will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We are underway at Daytona for Duel 1.
Slow on the bottom side there. Sorry, the bottom side had a big checkup.
Yeah, you see a massive gap from Aguirre back to Hahi. It's gonna mess up the inside lane just a little bit, you would think, but Aguirre giving a great shove to Darren Staff, giving them enough time to get the rest of the energy built up on the inside. Hahi's back up, but right now, huge shove to Westergreen from Brown, getting Westergreen out in front, kind of, so far.
There's a lot of momentum on that high side right now. Look at the run those two have. The Westergreen and Noah Brown. Noah is actually going to get the run on the high side. Look, he's going to get a shove from his teammate in the
already
77.
some chaos. My hand into the grass, hanging onto it.
They keep it straight.
Yeah, but that is going to kill Dallas and Huck's race. Are we going to get any cautions here in the duels? That is something I don't know, actually.
I guess we're going to have to figure that one out. One of the big losers of that was David Westergreen. He put a parachute on the back of that machine and fell back to about 6th, 7th position right now. So not a huge deal. He will be able to get those spots back, but his teammate, the 7, Ray Bracey, up there in the 2nd position right now, fighting for the lead with those 2 Redux cars on the inside.
And, he's bringing it down to
Westergreen got a
black flag.
Oh, interesting. We'll see what I'll have to go back and see what happened to him, and he just crashed on a pin entry.
Yeah, I think that might have been a little bit of a rage turn there. I wonder if he got it on the initial start, if he just barely beat Staff to the line or something. That's the only thing that would make sense.
You know, I'm looking at the start of the race, and that seems to maybe be the case. He was about a fender ahead of the 45.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate bit of the restart zone and how it's programmed in iRacing. I believe it's pretty authentic to real life, as you cannot beat the pole sitter to the line at the initial green.
These 2 Redux cars here at the front, Noah Brown and Jake Scarborough, they are hooked up, but they have to be careful. You cannot hook up for too long. Those. Ooh.
Yeah, one
Something
of the beast cars in the back. Yeah, I think it was Adam Peeler. He got up towards the wall, had to kind of rip the car away from the wall, and almost looped it.
And another one of the Binks cars here at the front, Dylan Thomas, he's going for the lead on that bottom side with a push from Patrick Hahy.
Oh, and you see Noah Brown and Jake Scarborough jump to the outside. Staff jumps to the outside as well. Thomas and Hahi are basically all alone right here until they get caught back up to, I believe that's Tim Conrad right behind. As now the Redux cars are in control, but things are getting sketchy. Thomas having to drop below the yellow line to get back control of the 03. Meanwhile, that's going to kill the momentum on the inside. Here comes Staff jumping to the inside of Scarborough.
Look at that big.
Go on.
Look at that big gap behind Staff, though. That's going to kill that inside line. Look at them checking up. The 65 was getting a little bit sideways there from the push behind. So it's Scarborough back to the lead. Yeah.
See right now that outside lane being led by Zach Evans and Ray Bracey. Insert some sort of random 6-7 joke from the kids nowadays that none of us understand.
And all of a sudden it's calmed down throughout the pack. We're kind of 2x2, but pretty steady right now. I'm sure that'll change here in a couple laps.
Yeah, so far fairly even, fairly clean. Oh, there's almost contact. Brown
as we
going
say.
up. Yeah, Brown going up into Geary. Hairy moments for everyone right now.
Almost a certified Redux Racing moment right there.
Oh,
there
there it is! Kind of sideways, hit by Peeler, and we got a caution. That answers the question. We do have cautions here in the duels.
Yeah, I saw Noah Brown was involved in that too, but I don't think he got any damage. It kind of just knocked his car sideways, so I think it was just Peeler and Kine and Jones there, but I'm not sure what caused the initial contact. But yeah, we'll check the replay. That never lies.
Yeah, Brown was just having... Oh, okay, that wasn't Noah's issue. Upon initial view, it looks like Hahi may have given a significant bump to Kynan, which knocked the 85 down into the 65.
Certainly is what I would think so. Right from behind.
Yep.
A bump there. It was a straight bump. It just was too much of a speed difference, and the 85 just sideways he goes.
Alrighty. Well, looks like we're gonna have, I'd say maybe 3 laps when we go back to green. We might have a natural green-white checkered here. Depends on how many laps to green we have right now.
Zach Evans finds himself in the lead, which is interesting in a few ways. But he does have a little bit of teammate help behind him in the form of Dylan Thomas at the other end of the field. Dylan Thomas currently in a P8, but yeah, Zach Evans, he is still looking for his first OSCA win of any kind, and this would count as an OSCA win, confirmed by Vic in the Discord not too long ago.
So the heat races do count as actual individual wins, then, you say?
Yep.
Interesting.
So really,
for the first time ever, we're going to have 3 winners tonight instead of the usual 2.
That is correct. So I think a little bit more chance of having a first-time winner too. Going to the field here, I think that would just be Evans, Patrick Haakey, and Dave Huckleberry. I think maybe Dallas. I think Dallas has won it at some point. I'm not sure how many seasons ago that would have been, but I want to say that happened.
So it looks like
are you saying Dallas have won? Is that what you're saying? Or you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas won. I think
I'm pretty sure he's
2
won
seasons ago. Yeah, he's won a couple times.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Santi, turn the lights on.
Yeah, we're going to the field here, looking at some of the paint schemes. I'm not sure if I see. I don't see any monster truck paint schemes in here, unless there's a Galaxy themed one that I don't know about. But
I think there's
I thought David was supposed to have one. Yeah,
he does. I can see it on my end.
Let me restart my training paints.
Let me check my end. He does have one on my end, so there you go.
It's funny because the Aaron Evans' thing wasn't working for you guys, but it's working for me. But I can't see Huckleberry's monster truck.
That's peak iRacing tech right there. Something's always not working.
Oh my god. Cam?
That is a race car right there.
The person looked mighty familiar. Alright, let's see if it fixed. No. I'm
It'll
sorry,
probably
Dave.
like fix itself at some random point in the race, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How does it look on the other one? What does it show here? No, it also shows the wrong one.
Alright, well, right now we are 1 to green, which means we are going to have a natural green-white checker to decide duel 1.
It's gonna be crazy. We don't have a lot of time here to make moves, so it's gonna be go time as soon as the green flag is thrown, and we have some people up here looking for the first win. So, how desperate will they be to keep that lead? And I mean, it's gonna give you a good spot for the start of the main race too. 100 laps there. Although qualifying and starting spots not too much of an issue at Daytona with the draft. You can make up and lose a lot of spots pretty quickly. So more so just a pride thing, and starting the night off right with a win, always a good thing to do.
Absolutely, and it, in theory, should be a lot easier to pull it off in the duel just because of the fact that you are having less cars. So percentage is higher. So in the words of our race leader, I was told there would be no math.
He made it clear earlier in the week
no
that
math.
he would be one of the people that will not stop talking about how he's won a race if he does win one.
And I think all of us would love to see that. But here we go, the pace car getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Zach Evans will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We are back underway at Daytona. 2 laps to go at the World Center of Racing. A massive jump from Zach Evans, which would normally be a good thing, but that is the death sentence here. See the 7 of Ray Bracy catching back up to the rear. Oh, we got cars going around. Caution. Now, is that going to end it? No, we're going to get an actual green-white checker now. Oh, boy.
And that might have saved Zach Evans a little bit, because he had a huge lead, and he was going to get swallowed up there pretty quickly off of turn 2, I think. But just some contact with the 85 of Kynan Jones, interestingly enough. I think there was a little bit of net code there as well. As there kind of always is with Kynan being in Australia, the internet connection is always a little bit wonky around that car. So sometimes things happen that are nobody's fault. It's just how cyberspace works.
Yeah.
Take a back view there, and it was a couple inches of netcode for sure, but end result still the same. 52, lots of damage on the left side there, and spun around.
Taking a look at the chopper cam, and still can't tell them.
And I think even without the netcode, like just a tiny bit of netcode, there was going to be contact anyway. So should get a good view here.
Yeah, it just looks like I can't tell if I see any netcode.
Yeah, I saw when I looked at a rear chase view. I'll look at it again because I thought I saw it there, but for sure, either way, there was going to be contact. It looked like, so that's fine and dandy. .52 was actually called for the caution there.
Interesting.
Although, what's gonna hurt Zach Evans is the fact that Ray Bracy is gonna be starting to his outside instead of behind him. Instead, Zach is going to have the redo car of Jake Scarborough right behind.
It is a good pusher, though. We'll have to see how he plays the team alliances and whatnot, and he will. I think, to Zach's credit, I think he will have both Scarborough and Santee behind him. So those two cars are obviously going to be trying to work together, and he might be able to take benefit of that. So I think it sounds like on paper it should be a good thing where he's starting, but we'll actually have to see if he even takes the inside line for the restart, because if he doesn't, it's kind of a moot point. And I hope that his teammates are in whatever Discord call they're in together or whatever, telling him to not get that big of a jump this time, because if like you said, James, that can be a pretty big death sentence. Because what happens off of turn 2 is you'll just get white. You'll get swallowed up by the pack coming behind you.
Absolutely. It's a whole lot of runs that you will not be able to block without murdering the field.
Yeah, like a Joey Logano block or something like that. One of those ones that causes the last lap wreck all the time. Or Michael McDowell that one time.
Yeah. Both incidents costing Brad Keselowski a win.
That checks out completely.
Poor Keselowski. Here we are. We are going to be 1 to green this time by. Going to have 2 laps to decide duel 1. We only get 1 attempt at a green-white checkered. So the next flag will, in fact, end the race.
And what a good thing to hear at Daytona. 1 green-white checker, because if there's unlimited attempts, that can be... if you've ever watched an ARCA race at Daytona, you know they can go like an hour over time. So
now,
it's a good thing.
Something to keep in mind, there is only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the session specifically. So there could be a chance this is only a green-white, then checkered. I think we'll be okay, but it's going to be really close here.
Yeah, race control not giving these drivers any leeway with the time, so definitely need to keep it clean. I guess if they wreck, it's a moot point anyway. So we'll see. We'll see if Zach can get a good restart here. Not get too good of a jump. He kind of needs to keep himself right there at the right there on the nose of that 77, really, because he's going to be getting that push from Santee behind. So we'll see what he can do here.
Absolutely. We're gonna... Yeah, it looks like we will be okay from what I've seen. As the pace car prepares to make a hard left-hand turn on a pit road, Zach Evans will once again lead us to the restart zone. Green means go, and we are back underway at Daytona. Great jump for Zach Evans, fairly equal. Not a great jump for Ray Bracey, and he is going to be left all alone on the outside. Oh, this is not good. Zach Evans is going to have the redo cars right behind him.
Oh, did you see? So Jake went for the move on the outside, but Santi did not go with Jake. So he was actually helping the 6 of Zach Evans, but Santi decides to go up with Jake now. Zach Evans is left out to dry. He gets a good push from behind. Here comes Darren Staff.
Darren doing everything he can to shove that 6 car forward.
But look at those Redux cars go.
Yeah, they are working great. Oh, the inside lane is starting to fall apart. White flag, 1 lap to go at Daytona in Duel 1. Redo cars, 3 out of the top 4 positions. Ray Bracey all alone trying to deal with the 3 teammates. Here comes Dallas Mahan. Dallas has Zach Evans right behind. Yeah, we'll see what he can do. All kinds of jockeying for position as we barrel down the back straightaway. Bracey giving a shove to Aguirre. Here comes Noah Brown looking to the outside. Can't quite make it 3 wide. Bracey giving a massive shove. Oh, Scarborough goes up. Bracey goes down. Aguirre tries to block. Coming to the checkered. It's going to be Santiago Aguirre. Oh, going up towards the wall. I think he holds on. He does. Santiago Aguirre will take duel number 1.
Ray Bracey tried everything he had on that, but he just did not have enough. But a good race there. Good win for Santi.
Yeah, fantastic run. All right, here we have the starting lineup for Duel 2. Eric Ziegel and Tate Lytle, your front row, with the 69 of Daniel Gore and the 18 of Dakota Pignataro, row 2. Row 3 features Dylan Gooden in the 75 and Sam Boutwell in the 47. Row 4 features Gilberto Javier Gomera in the 99 and Aaron Evans in the 48. And rounding out the top 10, Ty McIntosh in the 8 and Nate Hall in the 10 in the 55. And kick it over to camp.
It's going to be Dave Carpenter starting in position number 11 next to Thomas Capuano in position number 12. 13th is DJ Weeks, and rounding out the field is Neil Rutt in position number 14, who just got back to the server a couple seconds ago and made the field, but he is good to go. And yeah, no time spared here. Right over to race number 2. We're going to get it going here. And we do know one thing. Santiago Aguirre, he will be starting, I believe, on the pole for the 100-lap feature. And so we should be racing for the outside front row here in heat number 2. Siegel taking himself to the back for some reason, so I guess he's got an issue, or he just wants to start up back for whatever reason.
Interesting. So
no practice.
Yeah, no practice. So now it looks like your points leader / winner of like a bajillion races going to be the control car for duel number 2.
And this looks like it's like a start of the race from early last season. Tate Lytle and Daniel Gore there on row number 1. Fortunately, Tate not able to finish the season out because that would have been a really good championship battle, but good to see Tate in the field tonight to be able to race here at Daytona.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. As we see the pace car getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And Daniel Gore will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We are back underway at Daytona. Already the outside lane starting to fall apart. Tate Lytle all alone there on the outside. One jostling for position right now. Tate Lytle doing his best to stay alongside Gore. As now everyone's starting to catch back up.
Yep, the whole field has bunched together here on the backstretch. It is side by side, actually advantage high side. Tate Lytle with about a car length and a half advantage over that 69 of Daniel Gore, but he's going to keep that outside, keeping the help from the 75 of Dylan Gooden behind. And as I say that, he pulls right down in front of the 69 of Gore, playing those lines here at Daytona. That's the way to keep the speed up and keep the lead. That's what the pros do, and he is doing it the best right now. Tate Lytle, no surprise there. On board with him, we see the Danny G hood, and we have a on board with him. And that is peak man right there, Tate Lytle. You may not like it, but that is the peak human being specimen right there. He is out front, and here is some challenge from the 99 of Gilberto Javier Gamera. He's going to pull up and block that challenge. He had some help from the 8 of Tate Lytle. That is close.
Tate
But
barely
we are
throw a
good.
block. That got nerve-wracking. Saw Gilberto and Ty make their way up from towards the back of the pack. The two Southern Speedco teammates working together, but Tate Lytle continues to control this race. We're making our way on to lap 3.
He is playing those lines like a champ, doing it perfectly right now, knowing where the runs are coming and where they are going, and taking those lines as he needs right now. So only on lap 3, but doing it well. Getting a little bit of a lead here on the backstretch. That's a dangerous thing to do, because here comes Danny G, who blocks that advance, and exactly, you can tell he knows what he's doing with this kind of plate racing. But here comes Ty McIntosh. It's another driver that knows what he's doing on these plate tracks.
Tate got a little high in the center of the corner, and that almost gave Danny G the lane he needed. As now Ty McIntosh will take over control of the race off of a great push from Dylan Gooden.
Invite car central up here at the front. Dylan Gooden and Tate Lytle making themselves known, but don't look now. It's Dave Carpenter there, that fourth car on the inside row. Watch for him to do something here up at the front.
See, McIntosh continues to lead.
Now we're actually getting a little bit single file here, probably just for a couple. Ooh, trouble 18. I think that's Pignataro. He's sideways wrecking out of turn number 4, keeps it straight, but there is a lot of cars that got caught up with the momentum lost there, and I think they might lose the pack. But Neil Rutt saying I think he might have been involved in that.
Yeah, looks like if he can catch up to Sam, they might be okay. They're just barely, I think, outside of draft range.
Ultimately, that was a good save for the 18. He was all kinds of sideways there out of turn number 4, but kept it straight. Just not a whole lot of time in these races to make anything up. So if there's no caution, they are kind of going to be a little bit screwed, but either way, we are still green here up at the front, and it's still Ty McIntosh and Tate Lytle. We'll see what happened on the replay. 18 I think he got a little bit nerfed into the wall there. 55, I think that was Nate Hall, probably. Yeah, that's big hit there.
As a meatball flag did go down pit road.
That's probably going to be race over for him.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about it. See Danny G giving a bit of a bump to Ty McIntosh right there.
Yeah, we're side by side once again here. We are almost perfectly side by side. I think we were equal in the lines there for a moment, but currently it looks like we're actually equal again. So both lines have 5 cars. It's going to be pretty hard for anybody to do anything here with both lines having 5 cars, but we'll see who can get the better pushes and get the more momentum here. Currently it's the high line by about a nose over the 8 of Ty McIntosh, but that 69 of Danny G, he's a good pusher behind, and that number 5 of Eric Ziegel behind behind Tate is a good pusher too. So honestly, it's just going to be whoever gets the luck here. of the draw. It's 5 laps to go. Last lap led by Tate Lytle there. And here comes Ziegel for a move down on the inside line. He's going to take the momentum of the 8 car.
Yeah, Eric Ziegel, he was the original pole sitter. He is now back to the front after getting that no practice EOL. Ooh. Meanwhile, Gooden trying to give a shove to Lytle, but McIntosh and Gore jump to the outside lane.
That was a big move around the outside there. And here comes Tate Lytle.
Speaking of big moves, what a power move, jumping down to the outside, and Ty McIntosh getting close to the outside wall.
Lytle with a huge push from Gooden on that inside line, but the outside duo of McIntosh and Gore, they have not given up. They've lost a lot of their momentum, but that inside line just has so much speed right now that it's going to be hard to beat. Dylan Gooden gets shoved up to the middle there.
Oh, this is getting sketchy. Oh, Gooden almost up into McIntosh. Oh, almost up into the 8 again.
Yeah, that was close there twice, and they kept it straight. But that 75 was all sorts of out of shape there for a moment. I think we've gathered up here. 3 laps to go, and it's Tate Lytle and Eric Ziegel back out front.
All single file right now, which means we are going to get some runs of a lifetime here. But where does it come from? Who is the first to jump out of line right now?
Top 4, it's 2 drivers that have not won an OSCA race yet, Dave Carpenter and Aaron Evans. Here comes the 99 of Gilberto Javier Gomera. I think he's looking for his first one as well. What a way to get it here in this first or second heat. 2 laps to go.
Ziegel jumps to the outside of Tate Lytle. Gilberto right behind, giving him a good, well, not quite shove. Ziegel jumps down to take control of the inside. Gilberto getting a shove from his Southern Speedco teammate Ty McIntosh, who's now back up into the fray.
That's a big push down the backstretch from that 8 of Ty McIntosh. We'll see where Gilly goes. He goes down to the bottom, right down to the inside line, keeping that line tight into turn number 3. He's going to be coming to the white flag through turn number 4.
Here we go. White flag, 1 lap to go in duel number 2. Who is going to take it? Gilberto's got the best person he can hope for behind with the 8 of Ty McIntosh. But the winningest driver of the season is right behind both of them. What does Daniel Gore do? And here he goes. He jumps out. And right now he is going to be, he's going to have some help. Nope, he's going to be all alone as Eagle jumps back down. Here comes Tate Lytle jumping to the behind the 69.
They're all sorts of all over the place everywhere. Ty McIntosh with the big run with Gilly there. Ooh, he's sideways through 3 and 4. They're not sure where to go.
Good, hard to the wall. Ty McIntosh jumps to the outside. He gets turned by Gore. Checker flag. Gilberto will win duel number 2.
Yeah, he's done it. Gilly's done it.
Fantastic run from Gilberto here tonight.
Good stuff. Good stuff. He did what he needed to do there on the last lap, blocked the lanes he needed to block, and kept it moving forward. Did a good job there. Good job to Gilly.
Absolutely, a fantastic run and some great teamwork by both of the Southern Speedco cars.
Here are the results of half 1, or excuse me, duel 1. Then we'll go to duel 2.
Sir, your winner, Santiago Aguirre with Ray Bracey and Noah Brown, top 3. Darren Staff, Patrick Haughey, Dallas Myhan, Kynan Jones, Jake Scarborough, Zach Evans, and Tim Conrad, the top 10. Dylan Thomas, David Huckleberry, Adam Peeler, and David Westergreen. You're rounding out the field.
Go ahead and pull up half number 2. As soon as it wants to load. Oh, here we go. It's working now.
All right. Gilberto Javier Gomera, your race winner from Eric Ziegel and Tate Lytle. Sam Boutwell recovering up to P4. Great run for Sam. Aaron Evans rounding out the top 5. Ty McIntosh and Daniel Gore getting involved in that wreck coming to the checkered. Neil Rutt, Thomas Capuano, Nate Hall, the top 10. And DJ Weeks, Dylan Gooden, Dave Carpenter, and Dakota Pignataro rounding out the field.
Yep, and a good little previews for what we're about to have here. 100 laps of more of Daytona. If you liked what you saw, you're going to get much more of it. And let's get a quick look at our point standings here. Daniel Gore is your points leader. He's got about 108 points. Not about, that is 108 right there, over his teammate Noah Brown. James Miller, he's third, not here tonight. 391 is the tally for him. Ty McIntosh fourth, and Eric Ziegel rounds out the top 5. It's Bracey, Myhan, Staff, Rutt, and Westergreen in the top 10. And the team standings looks mostly the same as it has all year. Redux, Southern Speed Co., and TMR is your top 3, and then it's RKM and Binks for the top 5. And I guess now is I guess we could let it out a little bit here now that we see the team standings. Bobby Hammer Motorsports, they are no longer part of the OSCA World Cup as of this race and beyond. And the 2 drivers, or the team owner Ryan Lutz and Ryan Barbieri, one of the drivers on that squad, were removed from the league, and they will not be seen from again for the rest of the season. So the drivers who were on that team, which would be Eric Ziegel and I believe Brian Narducci, they are now under the team banner of Northeast Velocity. So if you wonder why that is a change from last week, that is what is going on. So I guess another thing too is we will get interviews from Santee and Gilly after the race tonight. We'll make sure they get their word in and have their time. Just not enough time between the race right here. We only had 5 minutes, so I don't want to short either of them before this long race.
Fun fact, Ryan Lutz has as many bans from OSCA as I do race wins in OSCA, which is a very depressing stat for the both of us.
So what is it, like 2 or 3?
3.
That's a good little stat right there. So it is a shame in many ways. I hope that the situation that caused the removal from the league can be resolved at some point in the future. But I think we can all agree that for the betterment of the league, that was probably the correct decision moving forward. And that's all I have to say to it. We have only a couple minutes here before we get going here. And like we said, 100 laps. We'll be here for a while. Hopefully not a long while, but it probably will be just a normal while at least. Daytona just tends to, it can get into some periods right there. There's Noah Brown on the newly resurfaced backstretch with all of the grass gone. Thanks, iRacing. I hate it a lot. But that is the way that everything is going now with perceived safety and such like that. Optics are all the rage. And for the Cup cars in NASCAR as they are now, they do believe that the grass causes them to flip. But let's go ahead and get the grid going here. Your pole sitter is going to be the 88 of Santiago Aguirre. Next to him, Gilberto Javier Gamera. Those are your 2 race winners. Starting in third is Ray Bracy in the 7 car, and then Eric Ziegel in the number 5. Noah Brown starts 5th. Next to him, Tate Lytle in the 56. Good showing so far for the invitational entries tonight. Darren Staff rolls off in 7th, and that's going to be Sam Boutwell in 8th. Patrick Hahey rolls off in position number 9, and Aaron Evans in 10th. 11th is going to be Dallas Myhand in the 78, and Ty McIntosh rolls off in position number 12. 13th is Kynan Jones, and 14th is the 69 of Dan O'Gore. That's halfway, so go ahead and take it away, James.
All right, then we got the 77 of Jake Scarborough and the 66 of Neil Rudd on row 8. With Zach Evans and Thomas Capuano on row 9. Rounding out the top 20 is the 35 of Tim Conrad and the 55 of Nate Hall. And then we have the 03 of Dylan Thomas and the 97 of DJ Weeks, row 11. Dave Huckleberry in the 52 and Dylan Gooden in the 75, row 12. 27 Adam Peeler and Dave Carpenter in the 71 on row 13. David Westergreen in the 9 and Dakota Pignataro in the 18, rounding out the field.
So 28 cars here for tonight's 100 lapper, and I guess we'll just bring it up again that the race is the Monster Jam. Well, actually, I forgot what the OSCA, the Monster
OSCA Jam. Yeah.
I knew all those words were in the name. I just did not know how they actually went. So that is the race name tonight, and it will be a good one. Daytona always puts on a good show in the OSCA, no matter which car OSCA's running, no matter what's going on. Always a good showing. And just with this package and what we've already seen, I think we're going to see a barnstormer of a race. A couple of the drivers saying it's a little bit dark there, and lights have not come on yet. You can see top of your screen. We are at the twilight hours. Do not have lights yet. We'll probably have lights within about 5-10 minutes of the start of the race, but as of right now, we do not have lights. Anyone tune into the MLB playoffs? The New York Yankees are leading the Boston Red Sox 4-0, bottom of the 5th inning for the wild card game 3 there. So basically, whoever wins this game will move on to play Toronto. Currently, it would be the Yankees, to the surprise of no one, I think, because we cannot have nice things. We are not allowed to have nice things.
Yeah. Nope.
We're gonna get another Yankees Dodgers.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
You're gonna like it.
I would settle for a Yankees versus anyone else World Series. As a diehard Giants fan, I cannot co-sign that evil shade of blue.
Yeah, I get that. I'm a Cardinals fan, and I can't subscribe to the Cubs doing anything myself either. We do have a Cubs fan in the field. He is starting in 27th. That's Dave Westergreen. So we'll see how he's doing. And as his team moves on to the, they're playing what I think it was Milwaukee.
NL Central battle.
Yep, that'll be a fun one. Pace truck is off. Fields in the hands of Santiago Aguirre. Good start for him. Good start for everybody else. We are underway here at Daytona. 100 laps of thrilling super speedway action begins now, and the bottom line looks to be the dominant one as we move into turn 1, but it's going to be about the pushes and about who can control those lines. I think everybody is pretty prim and proper right now, about as much as we've seen all night. Inside line looking pretty strong. They got the momentum right now. Somebody is
Tim
Conrad. He is all the way down on the road course chicane part, but he is straight and kept it going. No caution.
Yeah, Papa Tim hung a left there. Oh, his headset stuttered. Oh. Yeah, that could have been bad.
Tim being one of the drivers that uses VR, so yeah, when his headset stutters, his whole everything stutters, and I can assure you that is not a fun feeling. I don't even use VR, and imagine a screen freeze, but 10 times worse. Up here at the front, we've seen. I think everybody's kind of chilling out a little bit. We've got about 7, 8 cars there in a line at the front of the field, and it looks to be that everybody's kind of just filing into a nice orderly little row of ducks, and everybody's gonna run 100 laps and be very, very easygoing and very nice to each other. But obviously, that's all BS. What I just said. These guys are gonna race it out, and it's gonna be good there. Ooh, some contact there with the 85 of Cotton Jones. He got a big push behind, and it really sometimes it looks spectacular out in the car, and in the car it's really not. That could have been what happened there, but it definitely can look bad from out here when you get a big bump like that. And we're getting word that Neil Wright is flipping off to US at the moment, so see him right there. Change position up the front. Noah Brown gets around the 45 of Darren Staff. I believe he might have actually already been there. First side-by-side we have is that 45 of Darren Staff. He is, well, actually, excuse me, that is, no, that was the, that was not the 45 of Darren Staff. That was the 99 of Gilberto Javier Gomera. He's a few positions behind, about, looking about 7th place there, 6th, 7th place. That was the first side-by-side on track.
Yeah, you see, it looks like, oh, big jump from Darren Staff to take over the lead of that outside lane.
Lots of momentum up there. I just needed, I think, one more car so they could challenge this inside line. So it's going to take a lap or two to get them wound up again, but I think they should have a challenge to mount on that outside. We'll see where they can go here. I think they are inching closer to the lead right now. Certainly it's a slow process in Super Speedway racing. Sometimes a chess match, sometimes frustrating as all hell, but if you can do it right, it is pretty rewarding. So we'll see if they can get some momentum. It's not really just a thing of just going faster, or like a Bristol where you can dive it down in there and kind of just go faster. You have to get the momentum. You have to work with other people at these types of tracks, and it is a slow but steady process.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier to do with this package. You touched on it in the intro. The runs that this package generates is wild. That's why this was the most destructive time of plate racing that we had seen in NASCAR history, just because of how many runs were generated, how fast they were, and how impossible it was to hold them off.
Yeah, and it really just I will say it was one of my favorite eras of for everything bad that was wrong with this car and this package at the other tracks. It really was a great super speed package, and I mean, I guess if you have drivers getting injured and such like that, probably not a great idea to keep it around, but it was thrilling to watch. Even we're pretty prim and proper right now. We're pretty spread out, looking pretty good right now. I think all these drivers are minding their P's and Q's, and everybody's coming off the 12 lap duels, and we know we have 100 of these laps. I think. I'm not sure what the fuel number is either. I never really got a fuel number, but I think we're probably going to be looking at like 30 laps or something like that.
See the outside lane trying to stay alive and trying to work. You saw one of them got a little sideways behind the top two. I think it might have been Tate Lytle. They're still trying to work on that run, but just not quite there. as the inside continues to hold on to the lead of this race. Turn laps.
Yeah, and you typically see it at longer super speedway races where you'll get the inside line. It's the safer spot to be on the track for sure. You have all the space to the left if you're on the inside if anything goes wrong, and that's just it's the shortest way around the track. So typically when the race falls into a period where people are just kind of making laps, you will see drivers migrate down to the inside, except if you're like 2018 era Talladega, 2017, 16 or whatever, where everybody always went to the top and rode like 50 laps up there for whatever reason that was back in the day. But generally speaking, it's going to be around the bottom because we have some jockeying for position in the back.
Yeah, a lot of movement. That a bit nerve-wracking. Well, Scarborough got a little loose.
Patrick Hahey in the sucker hole now. He's losing about 3-4 spots there in the middle. He got moved. I think that was the who is that? Might have been the 78 of my hand. We are getting racy here. We have some more takers on the top line. That 99 of Gilberto Javier Gamera. He's been up there like pretty much all race. And now he's finally getting some friends up there to help him at the top. It looks like the 8 of Ty McIntosh, the 77 of Jake Scarborough, the two ex-teammates from way back in the day, still friendly with each other. Now they're working together on the racetrack. And some help from the 47 of Sam Boutwell there as well. So we will see what they can do. You see that top line moving ever so closer. Once again, they finally have some help, and it is for sure paying off. You can see the visual results of it. The 99 Gilberto Javier Gamera, he was about nose-to-nose with the 7 of Ray Bracey. That's effective P2, P3 right there for that outside line. So a little bit more help, and they can do something here. Santi doing a good job here at the front, managing the lines and managing the pushes from where they're coming from, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it too much longer. That outside line has a ton of momentum with the push from behind. Gilberto Javier Gamera with his buddy, the 8 of Ty McIntosh, they have a great run on the outside line and moved the 99 to the lead that last lap. So we are getting racy here at Daytona. Once again, it only took a couple laps for everybody to figure out where they wanted to be, and once again, it is side by side at the front.
And you see teammates jump down and will take over the lead. Some fantastic teamwork between those two. They've been teammates for eons now, and it's showing with how well they work together. How great of a show. Oh! Meanwhile, Noah Brown got put sideways a little bit. That could have been bad.
That was... Yeah, you can definitely see that the bright green of that the front of that car. It was all sorts of all over the place there in the back. I think that was a push from... Was that Ziegel? I can't really tell, but definitely everybody was able to keep it straight. On board with Santi here. He's now behind the Southern Speedco duo of Javier Gamera and McIntosh. He did turn his lights on finally, so we can actually see what's going on. He probably can see better now too. We're on board here with Santi. Now on board with Gilly. You can see the
It's on TV.
Ongoings of what goes on the front end of a race car at these speeds, about 99 miles an hour around this racetrack. They are absolutely cooking. I think one of the malign cameras from back in the day, the gyro cam, I always think it was a really cool concept. They just kind of overplayed it with what it actually was. If they just kind of if they weren't annoying about it, I think it would have been a cool concept.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. The gyro cam was just really cool to just really get a full understanding on how significant the baking is and how jarring the change is when you're going through it.
On board with here with Kynan Jones, and you can definitely see one of the aspects, or one of the features, I guess, of this plate package from back in the day was the rear end of the car was extended down towards the racetrack. So I always said back in this era they had droopy butts. I kind of think they look like they have droopy butts racing around the track with the way they look, but a lot of spoiler there too. You could see that spoiler just giant. You could almost like touch the grandstands with that thing. So just a lot going on there.
Obligatory giant A spoilers on these cars.
You can say ass.
Oh, giant ass spoilers. All we need is a slide job and the night will be complete. Dale Jr. quote bingo.
Yeah, definitely. Even more so on these types of tracks. Now we're on board here with Tate Lytle. He's a little bit further on back. Probably just saving a little bit. No reason to do a whole lot now. There's 28 cars in the pack, and Tate here about P20. You can see the leader, so not too much you have to do now. Just kind of get through the pit stops. There's going to be a few of them, and make sure that you are not penalized or wrecked on the other end of that, and kind of let the race play out. So yeah, Tate's already shown in the duel what he can do. He's got the blocking down to a science, so I'm sure we will see him in position at the end as long as that car is in one piece. Here's a little battle for about 6th on back. Eric Ziegel going at it with the lap car, the 55 of Nate Hall. He is he's a little bit squirrely there as the whole pack gets around him.
Ooh, almost up into the wall.
Not sure how he lost the lap. I guess he made a pit stop or something, but definitely he has lost that lap. Another driver actually looking to go a lap down too, Dakota Pignataro. So if I were a thinking man, I would probably think whatever sent Nate Hall a lap down probably affected that 18 of Pignataro too. They might have gotten into each other or something. Pignataro wisely gets out of the way. Not so wisely, hits the wall as he's doing so. Does it again. And does it for a 3rd time for good measure. I think everybody is going to be pretty safe here. Get out of the, or he stays out of the way. Time. 4th, 5th, maybe 6th time in the wall. And that's the whole field. So yeah, that, well, 7th time for good measure. That car, yeah, I think he needs to pull down the pits and fix whatever was wrong with that car, because that did not look that great. Down to 55 miles an hour in the pits. Goes the 18. So we got some teammate work here at the front. Santiago Aguirre has his teammate, Noah Brown, with him. And then Sam Boutwell, he's actually an independent driver and trying to play spoiler up here at the front and do something, maybe get his first win in OSCA. But there's another Redux driver right behind him in the 77 of Scarborough. Dakota Pignataro fans, he actually pulled into the pits and pulled off the racetrack, so he is retired from the event. We have pit stops here.
Someone missed.
48 of
Evans. Oh! Scarborough going into Santiago Aguirre.
A certified Redux moment right there. I think the 65 just punted the 77 into his teammate, and I can only imagine what is going on right now in that call, but we definitely have some chicanery under green flag pit stops. I guess we got our answer. It's about 20 laps is what they can do.
By the way, do you want to know something?
Probably a 23.
Black flag,
what
speeding, Noah Brown, Jake Scarborough, Nate Hall.
Oh, wow. And
that
Brown didn't get any damage from that. So that's 3 redo cars with major problems in that pit
Everyone
stop.
else?
Almost contact!
The rest of the field.
Someone going around
52.
That's Huckleberry.
Oh no, Dave.
This is wild. That is the rest of the field right there under green.
Oh,
We
my
have a
lordy.
cluster of a pit road right now, and we're going to have to check for speeding on some of these other cars because
Right, no
I
speeding.
almost would guarantee. Oh
Yeah,
my
no
God,
speeding.
that is very surprising. There was a lot of tire smoke there, but yeah, Sam Boutwell wins the race off pit road. We are still under green. And I think that is going to cycle probably through to...
Yeah, we're
Well, the last two guys are pitting now.
the way these road course tires work, it really does seem like you get.
I think, yeah, that might actually cycle through to Sam Boutwell. I think he's going to actually get he's going to come off the pits in the lead there. So, yeah, a big shakeup to the race with that round of pit stops. We saw some penalties and a massive moment for the Redux cars, at least the non-Daniel Gore Redux cars in that first group of pit stops. All three of them suffering some sort of miscue or damage, the 77, the 65, and the 88. So unfortunate they were running up in the top 4 before the pit stop, so that was an unfortunate end of that run for them. But they will be able to probably get a caution here later in the race and get something going here. But it's going to be Sam Boutwell who gets the lead out of all that mess. We'll check the replay. And let's see if can we rewind that just a little bit, because we got it right at the time where they were hitting each other.
I think the 77 came up.
That on the 65.
No, it just looks like Jake blocked the rears and just brought him into Noah.
Yeah, I'd say that might be on both of them or
also,
something. Santi
yeah, that pink car missed.
Yeah, we only talked about that for a second because then this calamity immediately happened. But Aaron Evans missed the pit road entry.
That's Aaron. He couldn't get down to the inside.
Yeah, at that point you should maybe just wait for the. Although actually, now that I think about it, I don't think he could have. I think he was up towards the front. I don't think he had the fuel to wait. So I think that's why the moment of desperation pitting right then and there had to happen, because he had no other option. And then the option made itself available, unfortunately.
Yeah, and sometimes it is just a last minute thing like that, a last minute decision where you have to just abort and go around. He did a good job to realize that situation and salvage something out of it. Because definitely, if he were to go pit road, that would have exacerbated what was going on down there about 10 times worse. So it's definitely a good thing for him and everybody else that he decided to abort that. But yeah, Sam Boutwell, the rookie invitational car up here, doing a good job. He's holding the lead away from Ty McIntosh and Ray Bracey, the Southern Speed Co. cars. As we saw the mini implosion of Redux there in first 20 laps. I'm sure that will be temporary, but Southern Speed Co. now picking up the pieces of that and doing something with it. They are doing pretty well in the team points of the half at the moment. But we are on lap 25. That is a quarter of the way done. So much. And I think most probably will be changing in this race. So definitely a lot more to be racing for. But yeah, Noah Brown and Jake Scarborough, they are way behind the pack now. Both a lap down, both without drafting help. And that is not where you want to be. So they are going to have to wait for a caution. And when they do get that caution, only one of them will be getting their lap back. Only one of them will be getting that lucky dog. So definitely suboptimal situation for those two Redux cars. You see Noah Brown and Jake Scarborough by themselves and very far away from anything. I think Jake, actually probably looking to get lapped here in a...
Oh no!
Almost a caution there. That would have helped them both, but that did not happen. That 47 got a little bit sideways and pushed from the 8 of Ty McIntosh. And we've gotten into a point in the race where we're kind of a little bit broken up. The pit stops have broken the field up, and we have a a couple groups now that are having to figure out how to work together and not, either catch or not lose too much time on the racetrack.
Dylan Gooden is
Yeah.
having just the biggest amount of issues right now.
That's you can see there. Yeah, he is all sorts of networking issues on that 75. He actually, I think, he's got to pull out here and let those 4 cars behind. That's going to hurt their pack too, because they're losing a car. They're probably going to lose some speed out of that. Well, actually, there's a pack coming behind them though, with the 78 of Dallas Myhand leading that charge. I think even he's a little bit apprehensive on where to go around that 75, because he has gone once again and just kind of like, that is so frustrating as a driver, James.
Yeah, it is terrifying. You have no idea, and you have no choice but to fill the hole, but you don't know how long the hole is going to be available. And I almost misspoke earlier. I said the thing about these road course tires, I meant to say the thing about these restrictor plate tires is that you don't really know how the tires are going to be affected, because we don't really think about tire wear. So because I'm fairly certain that everyone didn't take any tires, so you worry about the condition of some of those cars that had those sketchy entries, like Jake Scarborough, that had to lock up the brakes, lock up the rears, and slide. You think it wouldn't make any difference, since again we're not really wearing these, but you never know.
Yeah, and it's there's a lot going into that too. Drivers that are used to racing the next gen here on iRacing at the plate tracks, when you're in a pack going full bore, you're going about 185 maybe. They're pretty slow. They're not the quickest cars in the world. You're going about 15, 20 miles an hour quicker in these, so that's a lot more tire wear on that right side tire each and every lap that you're putting on it. So you can see that Eric Ziegel here, he's actually losing time and just gained time to the leader there of Sam Boutwell.
Hamas down pit road.
A lot of drivers on the voice chat kind of expressing some displeasure with their drafting buddies. So we have a lot of drivers that probably are mad that they're not gaining more time in the pack, which is fair. It can be frustrating when you are in a situation like this and you kind of just can't do a whole lot here. If you're Eric Ziegel, you're kind of at the mercy of what's going on behind you at this point. He's 4.5 seconds behind the leader, so he needs that pack behind him to push him forward, or else he's just gonna kind of be here.
Oh, we have a development with Thomas. Take a look at the top of the screen here, going into turns 3 and 4. I'll slow it down here for you guys. Kablooey.
Oh,
there goes the engine.
Interesting. So I guess he tempted out there. Sure enough. That's good parlay into saying that you cannot push. So I believe the scientific, or not scientific, but I believe the reasoning behind this is they pressurize these water systems down to a certain level for the restrictor plate tracks intentionally to try to keep pushing and such down to a minimum. So basically, if you spend too much time stuffed up behind someone's bumper or anything pushing them, you have no airflow going to your car, and you can increase the oil and water temp up to a point where the engine will melt itself. So that's probably what looks like happened to Dylan Thomas there. It's something you have to pay attention to in these types of races. You got to pay attention to your oil and water temps, because that will be a killer of a car. And definitely for Dylan Thomas, he is going to be done for the day after that.
Yeah, it's also really bad in the Xfinity car too. think the Xfinity car has always been the worst about that.
And NASCAR with the Xfinity series, just with trying to make
Just
it
let
as
them
bad as
loose.
possible. I say that, but like that's where that whole like no pushing or whatever rule started.
Yep.
And that's been like the worst like super speeder rule like ever. I think if I could remove one rule, it would be that whole thing right there.
Absolutely.
Anything when left to a judgment call by NASCAR usually is going to be the wrong call. So let's just not give them anything to work with here. Sam Boutwell, he's done a good job tonight. He has been up front for many laps so far, and it's not been. It looks like this front half of the group here, Ty McIntosh, Ray Bracey, that front group, they're kind of just chilling right now. They're single file, not really doing a whole lot other than kind of just existing on the racetrack at the moment. Unfortunately, Noah Brown and Jake Scarborough, the two drivers who were involved in that little kerfuffle earlier, they are 2 laps down at the moment after their penalties. So that is, I mean, that in the terms of racing at Daytona, 2 laps down is a monumental difference than 1. So they're going to have to figure out a way to get 1 lap back to get themselves back in position for that lucky dog, or else it's going to be a really long night for both drivers.
So we should be getting ready for the next round of green flag pit stops here in about 5 laps or so.
That will be really interesting to see how we do it all over again. Definitely caught a lot of the drivers out first time around, but especially if you're one of those drivers where it did catch out a little bit, definitely determined to not have that happen again. Two distinct packs here right now in the race. Bottom of your screen, that's the lead pack. That's led by Sam Boutwell, and that extends back to the number 8, Darren Staff. And then at the top of your screen, that's pack number 2, led by Eric Ziegel, which goes back to about P20 or so. That's most of the rest of it right there. So if you're wondering why we split screen, that is why 2 main packs in the race right now.
Then the info on the bottom is the race leader and the leader of the second pack.
And it is about 5.5 seconds from Eric Ziegel to, well, actually, no, we'll say about 5 seconds from Eric Ziegel to the rearmost car of the first pack, Darren Staff. So that's a lot of time to gain at a super speedway, and you can gain it. You just need a lot of speed and a lot of help from the cars around you. And I think Eric Ziegel, I mean, he does have most of the rest.
Sorry, Darren has 2 of the Redux drivers right behind him, also helping with that first pack.
Right. I think he has Jake and Noah with him, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
It sounds like we're going to have some pitting before that lap 40 mark. Interesting.
We'll see how many can do that. I believe the first pack was the one that pitted second, so we should be seeing the cars further on back in first, I think, but definitely should be seeing them here pretty shortly. Here next time in for the next time by for the number 8 car of Ty McIntosh, so probably looking for that pack. Here's the little further on back, the second pack.
Was that Eric Siegel?
Yes.
Just airmailed it past pit road? Wow. That almost brought out a caution.
That was an interesting move right there for sure. I actually missed that a little bit. Yeah, he certainly did. Oh, he got hit from behind though. Yeah, he got hit from behind from Zach Evans actually was the one that hit Ziegel, kind of knocked him out of the way. This one's looking
Sam!
close.
Damn!
Wow.
Ty McIntosh, black flag, speeding in pit road.
Ty, Ty.
Yeah. But watching that 47 car, that wasn't a surprise.
Was it Ty with the black flag or Sam?
Yes, it's both.
I think
Sam
both
and
of them.
Ty.
Both of them. Gotcha. Okay, that's a huge development. That was your top two coming in. They will not be your top two coming out. Sure. I think it might actually be Kynan Jones that cycles through the lead with that one. So, seeing a lot of mistakes here at Daytona. Green flag pit stops. I mean, we have been green for most of the race so far.
I think my telemetry is broken because it's showing DJ Weeks has not made a pit stop yet, but I think that's a lie. Well, he's down pit road now anyways.
Yeah, there was no way he could have not made any sort of pit stop at this point.
Got one of those Carl Evans fuel cells from back in the day where they always like made 10 extra laps over everybody else. I think some of the Southern Speedco cars, Tate Lytle, not Southern Speedco, but yeah, we could say he's affiliated with his elite teammates there. But David Westerling going for the effective lead right now on Tate Lytle. Seeing a replay of Eric Ziegel getting knocked out of the way here on pit road. Unfortunate for him. He was able to keep it straight, just had to go around one more time and lost a lot of time doing that. But no harm, no foul other than that.
I think Zach was already committed to his line.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in because if you're Ziegel, you can't really see or predict that coming, and if you're Zach, you can't really see or predict Ziegel coming down like that. So, just kind of like a racing deal, but on pit road. As we cycle through right now, it's David Westergreen out in front. Ray Bracey, Daniel Gore, Kynan Jones, and Tate Lytle are the top five. And then, let's see there in the pack, Jake Scarborough and Noah Brown both there. They are both 2 laps down at the moment.
Yeah, D West, the biggest mover, starting on the final row of the grid, now leading.
Do you think he hates Daytona?
No, this is about one of the few tracks that D West doesn't hate. Noted Daytona lover, David Westergreen.
I can't lie. I mean, I love Daytona too. I just love watching it. I love seeing other people do it. I love when it's not me that has to do it. That's where it gets a little bit iffy. And we've been pretty slow and steady here in the race so far. We are almost halfway, about 5 laps from that mark. And we've actually, I said we've been green most of the way. We've been green all the way so far. Caution free for 45 laps.
You love to see it.
You do love to see it. That is a rare sight in iRacing nowadays.
And this worked out great for the penalty cars of Boutwell and McIntosh. They come out right in front of the lead pack. They're still technically on the lead lap, and they got their teammates right behind them.
The Redux guys, though.
Yeah, they're trying to get in that spot too. Kind of get one of those laps back because Noah and Jake, they're 2 down. They really have to get one back some way or another to be in contention for something here. So see them there on the top of your screen, the green and red and bright neon yellow cars trying to make something happen. It's not going to happen right now. There's just nobody up there helping them. And well, actually, they are 1 lap down now. They did get what they needed, so we might have seen a little bit of nice play there from the Southern Speedco cars. They'd still need to take a wave round probably if we got a caution, because currently the lucky dog candidate would be David Huckleberry.
So Dave hoping for the caution and hoping that these two stay ahead of everyone in this pack.
And the drivers in this pack hoping for the exact opposite, because they have a pretty substantial lead, 8 seconds over the second pack right now, which is currently led by Zach Evans. Really, about in this point, it's just about making laps. If you're up here at the front, just kind of making laps and getting the lap counter up from 48 to like 98.
We are just about at the halfway point.
Lap 49 now, 1 more lap till halfway. Been a pretty calm one right now. A little further on back. Let's go ahead and pan back to Zach Evans. He's got a line of cars behind him. Dylan Gooden, he's got his connection issues fixed. He's not bouncing all over the track anymore, blinking every other way. So that's good to see. A couple of these Spinks cars up here leading this pack, Zach Evans and Neil Rutt. Darren Staff is they're in P8, then it's Peeler and Gooden. So really for these guys probably do need a caution at this point. They're 8 seconds behind the rest of the pack. 7.98, it's bouncing between about 7.9 and 8.1 seconds. So really just, I would call that holding steady more than anything else. So it's about a straightaway here at Daytona. So really Zach can see them out in the distance, but really not enough to do anything right now.
A lot of race chatter right now. Apparently he had some almost incidents.
That's my favorite type of incident, the almost incident. The one that doesn't cause a whole lot of damage and grief to everyone involved. A common occurrence here at Daytona. We are past halfway now, lap 51. So if you like these first 50 laps, we're going to do it all over again. No competition cautions here in OSCA to speak of, so we will run it out as is. If we get a caution, it will be a natural one. Asterisk for most instances.
And it could very well happen on the next round of pit stops. We saw it almost happen a couple times, especially in that last round.
Yeah, definitely. Pitting looks a little bit sketchy, and it's no surprise. It's been well documented over the years that these road course cars do not have much brakes at all. You typically aren't going to be using them a whole lot out on the racetrack anyway in the draft. So they basically put the cheapest Walmart brakes they can put on the car. Obviously not Walmart brakes, but you know they are the smallest brakes you can feasibly put on a stock car for races like this, and they don't work very well at all. So when you're having to slow down from 200 miles an hour to 55 with brakes that are suboptimal, it's a bit of a challenge. So that's just why we've seen so many pit mistakes and why you see a lot of lockups on the pit entry and such. They just don't have the grip, and they don't have the braking capability that they would normally have with a more specialized brake package, something that they run at like a road course, because that's extra weight. So not something you want at a super speedway when your car is back in the day they used to paint these cars, clear coat them, you know, tailor make them to Daytona and Talladega to where they would have as little drag and as much smoothness in the body as possible. So extra weight from the brakes, not something you want in an application like that. So it's just why over the years the brakes have shrunk to the point where they are now.
So Tate Lyle letting us know that we can bring him up for a mid-race interview if we like.
Where is
Wouldn't
he's by himself. Well, no, sorry, he's not by himself, but he is like the last car. You know what? I'm gonna ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Let's bring him up. Are you guys waiting? I'll move him, I guess. There you go.
All right. Well, hey, we got him.
Hey.
It's the inter-race interview that you were just talking about, Tate. How you doing out there?
Dude, I'm pretty bored, to be honest. No one's hanging out with me. I'm last in line in this pack. Luckily, I've got Jamie Johnson and some Coors Light to keep me company. And, yeah. How are you guys doing? This can't be that exciting for you, so.
Hey, we're making do.
All right, all right. Yeah, we're kind of
sorry.
pulling away from this second pack a little bit here and there. Just enough to where they're not going to catch us, I don't think. There will be a caution at some point, I think, hopefully, for y'all's sake. But,
Every 20 laps, we get a Declaration of Independence list long of like pit road penalties. So that's been pretty cool to see every time.
yeah. Hopefully, I don't add my name to that tally. But I haven't taken tires yet. I think all these other guys took 2 last time. I'm gonna take 2 this time. Hopefully, that doesn't equate me losing the draft. You know what? Now that I'm talking to you, I'm unchecking that. I'm not taking 2 tires. Because I don't want to lose the draft. I'd rather not have tires. So, I think we're going to go to 61 here. Shout out Brent Wednesday's gone by, but just Racing Apparel for being on the car. Shout out Vic for letting me race on such late notice. Shout out Coors Light for being ice cold and refreshing. And shout out Cam for not racing because he beats me. So.
Not at a place like this. No, I'd probably be in the fence by like lap 2 here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But yeah, we'll let you get back to it. You probably got a pit stop coming up here in like a lap, don't you? So.
Not next time. Next, we're gonna go to 61. So.
61. All right. Well, good luck on that. Don't add your name to the tally list.
I'll do my best.
That's probably a trademark term. The penalty list.
Yeah, careful. Careful.
It's a different thing altogether.
All right, well,
My
I
hand down
appreciate
there.
you
You
guys,
can't appeal
and
it.
hopefully this gets interesting at some point for you.
My hand went down Pear Road.
All right. And just in time, James, we got the pit stops rolling in. They are starting. Santi on pit road. There's Dallas Myhand. Big group coming in here. Rut. Ooh, Zach Evans
Evans,
sideways.
Neil Rudd, speeding in Pit Road.
Who's that parked? Is there a car parked?
Peeler.
Thomas Capuano. Oh, and Peeler. Thomas Capuano and Peeler had issues. No, not Thomas, excuse me. I'm blind.
Nate Hall was the one that was parked. Peeler spun. We have another group coming in next time. Who'd you say was speeding? Was it
Neil Rudd.
It was Capuano?
Zach Evans.
Wow, both of those. Okay.
Get them in pairs, it seems.
And we see Green Flag Pit Stops claim a few more. Let's see if this group survives.
Front group up here is going to be coming in as well. Hopefully no more pit penalties here as this group comes off of turn number 4. We'll see how organized they can be. Ooh, some almost contact there with the Redux cards again. Scarborough and Brown.
No speeding.
Those were at the center of what we saw earlier, but they were able to stay off each other this time. Everybody was pretty good this time around. In their box cleanly. Westergreen coming out. He's gotten his service done. He's got momentum 3 wide there off of pit road. We'll see how they file out. Ty's going to get the run and get the good shot out. But he is, as we kind of mentioned earlier, he is at the tail end of the lead lap. He's not.
Hey,
He needs
just
a caution.
parked in turn 1 of the road course.
You can't park there.
I don't think that's going to bring out a caution, but he probably doesn't need to be there.
I think he forgot what race we're doing.
I think a couple of my Daytona 24 dreams ended at that spot right there, but either way, yeah, we're still here. We're still green here on the oval, and it's still David Westergreen with the lead, so it might be a little confusing as the current leader is not the current physical leader is not the leader of the race. We have a big battle or big run here for Sam Boutwell on the outside there with some help from the 65 of Noah Brown. Sam Boutwell, unless my scoring is off, he is actually a lap down as well, so he was one of the drivers earlier that got penalized,
Yeah.
so he's probably trying to get his lap back.
And he's
Yeah,
on
they're
the
at
lead
tail
lap
end
right now. He's still there. He's still there.
That's probably makes sense as to why Sam was able to make that move so easily. I think D West and Ray Bracey here probably just taking it easy a little bit, maybe saving a little bit of fuel or just kind of holding their spots in the pack, because there's really no reason to push it harder at this stage in the race.
Yeah, we're probably going to continue to see this until at least after this last round of pit stops. Definitely 10 to go and so on.
So
Hey, look
Nate
who's
Hall
back.
has figured out his way back onto the speedway. Which interesting situation there, but we are good to go. did not bring out a caution or any other adverse effects to the race. Here's some strategy being talked about up here in the front pack. Some of the lappers there, Noah Brown, Jake Scarborough, talking about how they can help themselves and help the lead group here up at the front.
You see, this Redux Racing driver is still in the lead lap. These Redux Racing drivers are not on the lead lap. And you guys, there we go. I wonder if maybe they might set themselves up. Actually, never mind. It looks like the 65 went back to get the 77 to maybe push him towards the front to get one of the lap backs. I thought they were setting up to be behind Daniel Gore for a push at the end, but that doesn't really matter because they still have to pit in like 20 laps, right? Or I guess 15.
Yep. About 15 right on the dot or so.
Yeah, it's just with the short runs, it gives it's just a little bit of a better chance to kind of, I guess, get that caution, I guess.
How spread out the field is, I don't think they're going to have a caution unless somebody drastically messes up going down Fair Road this next time by.
Or if things get a little goofy in the last 10 laps or so.
Yeah, that is true.
Darren talking about a potential emergency aircraft situation landing on the backstretch here. Even though there is literally an airport outside of turn 2, but yeah, right there. There's the there's actually. So okay, it was the airport that was that. Okay, I got it. Maybe about 30 laps to go here in a couple laps. So probably going to be looking at our last stop of the race if we go green next time around, next time they come down pit road. Majority of this run, it's been David Westergreen leading. Ray Bracey has been in second. He's just been kind of chilling behind his teammate there. We got 4 cars at the front of this pack that are currently at the tail end there. That's Sam Boutwell, Ty McIntosh, Noah Brown, and Jake Scarborough currently all looking for a caution so they can get that lap back.
Yeah, another thing to keep in mind, because you mentioned these redo cars that are under a lap down that might help Daniel Gore. Well, Southern Speedco might have the same advantage here with Ty McIntosh also being a lap down, maybe potentially being able to help D. West and Ray Bracey get up to the front.
Yeah, that's absolutely a good shout. And I would say best case scenario would be that I guess somehow those cars get a lap back and then we can just race it out naturally. But it is something that we will have to kind of look for and kind of keep an eye out and see what's going on with. But kind of just clicking off laps at this point. We're on lap 70. Yeah, we are 30 laps to go, so definitely getting to the end half of this race. A little bit further down the field from this first pack, we have a pack of David Huckleberry, Patrick Hahey, and DJ Weeks all looking to potentially get lapped if they get caught by this this big pack behind them, but a couple more drivers looking for a caution.
Like we might be starting to catch a little bit of extra lap traffic here. Ty giving a big push to Sam Boutwell. Saw both cars kind of wiggling around.
Yeah, we know Ty is not afraid to push that car in front of him. One of the better super speedway racers in the OSCA League, I'd say. Definitely one of the more aggressive ones, and having aggressiveness definitely helps at a super speedway type race where you have to make those moves and do things like this. It was our blocky 737 prepares for takeoff. I actually believe it's rotating right now, so
That's cool.
takeoff speed of about 6 knots, it looks like,
Yeah,
and
but what's the
away she
landing
goes.
speed?
So the landing speed's actually pretty fast off of turn 2. When you see the plane come in on iRacing, it's pretty cooking when it comes in. Getting clowned. We're getting clowned for by Santi for doing that.
So is that why?
Yeah, tell Santi to not speed in pit road.
So is that why my computer always slows down so much at Daytona, because it now has to render airplanes?
No, that's always been there.
Yeah, it's been a thing since the old version of Daytona. The old version of Daytona, though, the plane would I can't remember. It would come in really, really fast or really, really, really slow. But I think probably I'm one of the only people that would care about that.
No, I think Peter also cares about that.
Peter would care about that, yeah, that's true. We do have an official update for any baseball fans.
Oh, yeah?
The Evil Empire, the Yankees have won the game 4-0 over Boston. That is final. So they are off to play Toronto in the ALDS in a couple days.
Yeah! Wow! Awesome! Beats.
Everybody loves the Yankees.
You had one job, Boston. One job.
Former RKM driver Justin Kolb, a huge fan of the Yankees, so he must be celebrating right now.
Yeah, I know a couple fans of the Yankees. Friends with a couple Dodgers fans, so they're doing all right. They're friends with a couple Padres fans. They're probably not doing so well. I understand it, though. 24 laps to go. Ooh, some blinking there for the 8 of Ty McIntosh. He was not there for a couple seconds down the back straight, but everything good to go. We probably are looking at our last final pit stop here, about 4 or 5 laps time. So one more final opportunity for mistakes or something big to happen for all of these drivers, and it's going to be the money stop here for everything for the end of this race to determine everything right now. David Westergreen, he's led for about the last 20 laps or maybe even more. It's been all him so far. Ray Bracey there in second, Kynan Jones third, Tate Lytle fourth, Daniel Gore in fifth. I don't think the running order has changed a whole lot in the last 20 laps or so. It's kind of been right about there. So these drivers just making laps to get to the end of the race, and from there they will fight it out.
Yeah, I mean, D West has been able to lead laps while saving fuel. All these lap cars in front of him has honestly been the best thing he could hope for. Best of both worlds here.
That is very true. Yeah, and that's one of the best spots to be in for him. That's probably why we're not seeing a whole lot of racing from him or anyone else around him, because they're up here saving fuel. This pack is now 27 seconds behind the lead pack. So I don't know if they pitted or what, but they are well and truly in a different zip code at the moment. There is some coming down right now. Thomas Capuano, and there's Dallas Myhan, a couple others in there as well. But there is absolutely no reason for this front pack to do anything at the moment until about like 10 laps to go, maybe even 5 to go.
Yep. No need to risk bringing out a caution and killing this huge advantage they have.
Here in the front pack, we'll be pitting at lap 82, so about 2 laps away now.
So far, no major mistakes, no black flags so far in this round of green flag stops.
And just want to give kudos to all the drivers in the field. 20 laps to go. Even if we were to get a caution or something at this point, I mean, we've made it 80 laps caution-free at Daytona. That is no small feat. You don't get that a lot nowadays. So everybody minding their P's and Q's, and it's been a lot of mistakes on pit road, but they have not translated out to the racetrack. So definitely good to see that. And hopefully we can run it to the end and get this one in the record books.
I think we're going to see this main group bring it down this time.
And there they come. But it looks pretty good. I think they're all getting the hang of this by this
Black
point.
flag.
Oh,
Sam
Sam
Boutwell.
Boutwell, another one. Oh, poor Sam. Oh, contact! Scarborough and Darren Staff.
Oh, yeah, that was big boy contact right there.
Or no, it wasn't Darren Staff, my bad. It was Kynan. Wrong RKM car.
Yeah, I was like, how is this happening?
Look,
Kynan
I saw
ahead.
the RKM font and a 5, okay?
Kynan with an 8.72 second pit stop. David Westergreen with a 10.8.
Oh, how much damage does Kynan have from that? Like, would it be beneficial for them to pass him immediately?
Where was the
It
contact?
could slow him up. It was front of the 85 into the rear of the 77.
Well, Ty's going to the outside.
Yeah, that's what they need to do probably. Meanwhile, DJ Weeks with a black flag.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much actual damage that would be on the 85, but he does look a little bit slow right now. That was kind of contact that kind of phased the two cars through each other, and that can go either way.
Oh, yeah, there's like a little crinkle there.
Yeah, for sure. I think if he stays about right here, he should be fine, but leading might be a problem. So we'll definitely see. For 18 laps, it shouldn't be, hopefully, not much of a problem.
Yeah, you see, kind of struggling to hang on in that lead draft. Okay, as I say that, of course, he now catches back up.
We still have a lot of the lap cars here up in front of the pack. Ty McIntosh there, still at the tail end of the lead lap. Noah Brown there in the green and black machine. He is 1 lap down. Hoping that 8 can stay in front of the leader at the moment, because that would give him the lucky dog.
Something happened that made Thomas get scared.
Okay, so I've pulled up that incident. Here we go. Let me go ahead and put up in the multicam. Will be on the top of the screen. That was pretty significant contact.
Yeah.
I would say that is, pretty true.
So that's
Oh, the
weird.
77. Also, 77 also misses pit box by like 2 boxes, like completely.
Yeah, and he's just, I think he's just sitting there resigned to his fate.
Yeah, just, ugh.
Yeah, it probably
Push through it.
killed that left front, although no meatball was given from what I saw.
So now it's just 5 cars on the lead lap. Excuse me, in this front pack, and then 34 seconds down to 6th place Dallas Mayhem.
Yeah, that's like half the track. More so even, I think. I don't know. Something math, and I was told there wouldn't be any.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Tate here. He's currently going into turn 3. Dallas on the front stretch. So yeah, that's wild. That just shows you how many mistakes there have been in this race. I think most of these mistakes of the people that have been falling back, I think it's been on pit road.
Guys, Tate is
And
doing
that's
some
why you
research
practice
right
your
now.
pit stop, folks. Oh, and Daniel Gore jumps to the outside with him.
They are doing research.
Yep, I like that. I like that call a lot. Here comes Ty with the block. He's not really blocking for position right now, but he is blocking. Trying to keep himself on the tail end of that lead lap.
Well, new race leader, Danny G.
We only have 12 laps to go here, so not a whole lot of time for these cars that are off the lead lap or anyone else to make a move. It's really go time, and Daniel Gore has got himself up to the lead, being pushed from Tate Lytle. They were able to get around the South Shore duo of Wester Green and Bracy, who we are on board with right now. See if they have any answer to the Redux duo, or excuse me, the Redux car. It's only him up there, and 69. On board with Bracy right now. He's been Dave West Green's best teammate so far. He's been locked onto the rear bumper of that 9 for about the last 50, 60 laps.
Now, I have a question for you guys. We know that there's to be no horrible communications on Discord between different manufacturers. Same manufacturers you can work with. Right now, I think Tate Lytle and Daniel Gore, their chances of winning is a team up. They can't communicate on Discord, but could they verbally communicate on iRacing without getting a penalty?
I mean, you could maybe make a in-sim radio channel just between the two of them, and there's no way to police that or see if it's made from race control, but you would have to type in that radio channel while driving and type to the other person to let them know that this radio channel is being made. So it's possible, but it's not easy at this given moment in time.
Yeah, and for sure, if they get caught doing that, that is going to be a penalty. But I'm asking about, like, if on public chat, Lido goes asking for Gore to team up and, like, hey, let's work together. That wouldn't be a penalty, right? Because that's public chat. Like, anybody can do that.
No, that's just like iRacing chat. That's just kind of like I don't say that. I don't think that's any different than like telling someone, hey, I'm pitting, like, or kind of suggesting, hey, do you want to like pit with me? So it's kind of just like that. It's not like race strategy or like any further information than that. It's just, hey, would you like push me? Ty McIntosh really going to be the spoiler up here at the front, because as of right now, it might be the winner of the race who's going to be being pulled from behind that 8 car. So he might have to figure out what he wants to do here at the end, if he wants to play that role or kind of get out of the way. And because if you're like 3 laps to go in the race, you're not getting your lap back at that point, and there's really no point in fighting it too much more after that.
Yeah, I think we're still many laps away from really seeing the moves. It's gonna be interesting because Gore and Lytle have the 2 teammates right behind them, and we've seen Ray and D West be able to push each other pretty efficiently. And they also have their other teammate leading this entire group, so it's going to be a tough battle for Gore and Lytle to hold essentially these 3 off.
It sure is, but only 7 laps to go. We're going to be 6 at the line, so not a whole lot of time to figure that out. And currently it is Daniel Gore, the leader, but a lot of hungry drivers behind him that are going to want to make something happen. Nonetheless, much more probably than that number 9 car of David Westergreen.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. That is something that just happened. 78 of Dallas Mahan, definitely at the center of that. He went sliding for some reason, but gonna have to see what actually caused him to go sliding. Whether it was a squirrel on the track or some other race car, it certainly looks to be some other race car in the form of the 21 of Thomas Capuano with the offset bump of a lifetime right there. And yeah, just he sent him sliding. So unfortunate for a lot of the drivers at the front here. We have 5 laps to go. I'm sure a lot of them were kind of excited to get this one over with, but viewers at home and probably us at the booth were probably like, wow, this is going to be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I really wanted to see how that was going to unfold.
Interesting note, Thomas Capuano, who did turn Dallas, does have a meatball flag from that contact. So it's pit or
Capuano
not
has
to
a
pit?
meatball. Interesting. So a lot of, well, we got some chat going on here between the two drivers and involved in that, but want to say hi to everybody in chat. I have a couple in here: Santee, Brent Jones, Thrasher, Fenceline. Thank you all for joining us here. It's been a long one. It's been quiet at times, but our first caution 95 laps into the event, and we only have 100 laps to run. So you do the math, and the math comes up with a one heck of a finish is probably coming your way. So don't go anywhere. We are going to see something pretty awesome here on 3Wide TV. But let's go ahead and for the first time tonight, let's re-rack the field and let's tell you where everybody's at. Daniel Gore is your leader. It is Tate Lytle in second, David Westergreen in third, Ray Bracey fourth,
Kynan goes down pit
Jones in
road.
fifth, and he comes down pit road, so it's not going to be him in fifth anymore. It's going to be Aaron Evans, then Gilberto Javier Gamera, Dave Carpenter, Thomas Capuano, who might be getting an UL for that caution if deemed responsible, and then Dylan Gooden in P10. So a lot of activity here on pit road. Probably a lot of these drivers just decided to fill up the tank, make it a non-issue when they have to come out here and run the last few laps of the race. But I don't think it shouldn't be an issue for really anyone. Granted, they filled up on the last pit stop that they had, but yeah, a lot of these drivers probably thinking, yeah, that is a. I'm just trying to think of as a driver here, James. That is a hard headspace to get out of when you're going a lot green for 95 laps at Daytona. Then you all of a sudden get a caution. Your head is you're gonna be all sorts of like just kind of confused there for a minute. Like, oh, how did this happen? How did we do this? You know, you were probably mentally prepared for the race to kind of probably go green there, and all of a sudden now you have to think about this restart. Now you have to think about like where you're going to go on the things that you haven't had to really think about for 95 laps. But it's the last time we had a restart or a start at all, any type of like that. So yeah, for a driver, it's just so you got to reset your thinking, retool your brain, and kind of wrap your head around the new situation at hand.
Well, now you could say we're at the point to where the brains might be just getting thrown out of the window here.
Turned off. Mm-hmm.
A couple laps to go, race went on the line. No think, only slam the gas, and hope for the best.
If car or if gap car.
Absolutely. And we're going to have a natural green-white checkered.
I think that quote, if gap car,
Michelle Shoemaker.
a little bit of a, yeah, or that famous Formula One driver, Ayrton Senna. So, yeah, so anyway, yeah, 2 to go, or really 1 to green here. We are going to double up here, and all these drivers are probably going to be pulling the belts tight once again, making sure they are not going to be loose, because we're going to have some action here on the restart. Like an old friend. It's been so long since we saw one of these here in this race, a start or a restart. It's first restart of the race, but it's definitely a good sign nonetheless.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. Oh, I think Ray Bracey might have dropped.
No.
Yeah. I sure hope not. That would be one hell of a shame, and
He's gone.
I think he
Do the fart sound
his
effect.
computer
He's gone. My goodness.
His computer might have done it again.
Is it his computer?
So it usually has been lately. Like his computer will freeze or something like that along those lines. So I don't know. It might be time to change that situation. That is a crying shame, a tragedy in all sense of the word. But pace truck is off there. We are green flag here at Daytona for 2 laps to end this one here. Good start for Dana G on that inside line. He's got a push from the 9 of David Westergreen, and a little bit of a broken up restart here. Not a whole lot of anybody doing a whole lot of hooking up with anyone so far. It's almost sounds like my high school experience, but we'll go past that one. Big push there from behind the 56 of Tate Lytle. He was all sorts of sideways. Ray Bracey officially drops out of the race. Danny G, he is trying to block about 4 lanes at once. He cannot do that. There is a car there. He is all sorts of all over the place. He made that car about 4 lanes wide, and it's going to hurt everyone.
Oh, this is gonna be silly.
Here comes Dallas Mayan on the bottom. He was at the center of the last caution. Now he's up there in position number 3. Excuse me, position number 2. No, position number 3.
Oh, all right. We got one car in the wall in the back.
We are 3 by 3 a little bit further on back there. We got a car blinking in the middle. That's the 48 of Aaron Evans. But at the front, it's Tate Lytle seeing if he can hold off the charge from Ty McIntosh. It's going to be between Ty McIntosh, and here comes the 78 of Dallas Mahan. Here comes Ty on the bottom. He's going to make the move. Up the track goes Tate. Tate sideways. A big push from behind from Gore. Here comes Kynan Jones. Here comes Tate with a push on the outside. I think it might be tight. It might be Ty at the line. Here comes Dallas Mahan. They're wrecking.
Oh, and everyone's wrecking in the back. Oh my goodness. Oh, the whole field is junk coming to the green, coming to the checker. My goodness.
Wow. Wow.
Ty McIntosh was almost a lap down, like technically 4 laps ago, and he comes back to win this race. What an unbelievable comeback from Ty McIntosh. Unreal.
Oh shit, did he even turn his webcam?
Scenes. Ty McIntosh comes from a lap down to win the race. Dallas Mahan comes from getting wrecked to cause the last caution, or the only caution of the race, to finish second. So that is one heck of a finish here at Daytona. And even with the long green flag period, this race did not disappoint. That was a great finish, a great race all around. I mean, we got it done pretty quickly here. 100 laps of Daytona in under an hour. Well, I say under an hour. It was about around that time, but either way, Ty McIntosh does his victory burnouts here. He comes from, I'd say that was a come from behind victory. He got it done, and that is going to be stats here.
The front
First win on the season, so.
The front of his bumper says it all. Look, Mom, on TV. And the back of his bumper, yeah, he probably will. Let's get it on quick shifts.
And we got some, as we've had all night, we have some drivers disagreeing with each other in the voice chat. One of those drivers not being Ty McIntosh, so that being a little bit of a different situation. Ty not being in the in the middle of that is new, but everybody else going at it. Ty McIntosh, he's just having a great time. He's driving laps around the racetrack backwards. He's got the win. He's got his first win on the season, and it was a pretty poor start to the season for Ty. I think Ty was, he probably would have told you himself, he looked for a lot coming into the season, and it didn't go the way he needed to earlier on, but I think he would have probably circled this one on the calendar as if it's going to turn around, it's going to turn around here, right here at Daytona. Results, Ty McIntosh, Dallas Mahan, that's first and second. Tate Lytle, he comes home third. Kynan Jones, fourth, good run for him. Gilberto Javier Gamera, he comes home in fifth. Darren Staff in sixth. Dave Carpenter, seventh. Dylan Good, Nate. Daniel Gore in 9th, Dave Westergreen in 10th. I think those two might have some disagreements with each other. A little bit of, I don't think they agreed with how that last lap went. Neil Rick comes home 11th. 12th is Thomas Capuano. I know he's disagreeing with someone in the chat. Aaron Evans 13th, Adam Peeler 14th. Santiago Aguirre is 15th. Jack Evans 16th. Patrick Hahey 17th. Noah Brown comes home in 18th. 19th is Eric Ziegel. Jake Scarborough in 20th. 21st is Sam Boutwell. 22nd, DJ Weeks. 23rd, David Huckleberry. Ray Bracey comes home in 24th. I'd say one of the heartbreak stories of the night. He was running in P2 at the last caution and ends up falling out of the race due to a technical issue. So, I mean, I don't know what you can really say about that one. Just a bad situation all around. Nate Hall comes home in 25th. Tim Conrad, 26th. Dylan Thomas, 27th. And Dakota Pignataro, he rounds out our field tonight in 28th. So we'll let these drivers cool off just a little bit. And we'll get some interviews for you just shortly. Also, half one or the dual winners as well. So we will have it all for you tonight.
Yeah, while the guys kind of settle in, let me see if I can go ahead and pull up that last lap crash. And also, important to note, I did see a couple drivers either going or maybe getting shoved down below yellow line. So expect these results to possibly change, or like don't assume this is going to be the final results. Go ahead and go to the checkered flag. I know some guys were definitely crashing there at the end.
Yeah, you see staff go down, my hand go down. And that big junk.
That's just everyone right there, really.
Oh, Santi got launched off that 71.
Noah Brown,
Yeah,
in the air.
Yeah, massive airtime for the 65.
Peeler in the air. That's one of the wrecks I've seen at Daytona here.
And oh wow. What a view. I just hope Santi's okay.
I think he probably will be. Actually, you know, let's ask him. Because we're going to go all the way back to heat number 1 here. Let's get Santi up here. Finished 15th in the race. Or in the feature here. He was unfortunately part of this first wreck, but... Santi, this is Cam Rich up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going all the way back to our heat winners. So all the way back to heat number 1 for you. We're looking at this wreck here in the last race here. I mean, P15 for you, but little new format here tonight with the duels and the 100 lap feature. Tell us about your night.
You know, duel went well. Qualifying, I only put down 1 lap. It put me up there, so dropped back immediately, and then came back up and somehow was able to keep Boja behind me for the win. But oh man, this second race, y'all picked the wrong night to pull me up here. It's all right though. Nothing's gonna go in the swear jar tonight. I promise. You know, early, first pit stop of the race, our first green flag stop. We get in, no problems. I had unchecked my tires 2 laps before. When we pull in, I don't know what happened. Jake starts sliding, and I get caught behind him, so I have to check up a big deal. And then once I get into my pit box, the game gave me 4. So that put me really behind. It was, oh dude, it was a bad night. We were in the back a lap down majority of the race. But the caution at the end happened, and near the end happened, and we got our lap back. We were able to, stay up there for a minute, but people make moves that they shouldn't be making, and when it's a really long race like this, 100 laps, you're stuck a lap down majority of the thing. You're getting ticked off, and when people do moves like sending it under the yellow line, forcing their way up, keeping you 4 wide, and you have nowhere to go, it makes you mad. Yeah, so somebody in this league doesn't know that they have a brake pedal, or somebody doesn't know that they can let off their gas pedal. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. P15, I'll take it. It's way better than what it could have been, or it could have been better, but it also could have been a lot worse. So I'm all right with it. Just a little upset at a couple people.
Yeah, I certainly couldn't tell with your interview there that some certain people were the targets of your ire, but it's all right. I'm sure we'll figure that out in due time. Before we let you go, any final shout-outs?
I want to shout out to the team. They're normally great here. Wasn't as much teamwork here as there was at Monza earlier in the season and Talladega, but we still did what we could, and we were up there. Congrats to Ty on the win. He deserved it. And let's see what else we got. We got the sponsors. I want to say Bojo for making this incredible paint scheme, and my girlfriend Genesis for watching and kind of having someone to debrief to after these chaotic races.
The debrief's always good, so appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the dual 1 win there. Tough run in the main there, but you were up there when you had the chance to, and were able to get the lap back. But yeah, I mean, long night, 95 laps there under green. That's not something that we typically see on iRacing. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it was definitely something. But yeah, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you guys.
And with that, I think let's get Gilly up here, because he's a first winner. I think go ahead and get a word with him, James, if you can.
Alrighty. Gilly, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, good sir.
Well, is that your first ever win in OSCA?
That is my first ever win, and I even called it like a few days ago. I was telling Vic, imagine my first win happens to be in one of these short heats. But I mean, a win is a win. I'll take it. It was, I don't know how it even happened. I thought I was just gonna finish top 5 and just kind of ride back. But I'm just happy I finally got one. I've been in OSCA for what, like 6-7 seasons now, so I'll take it. I'll take the fact that I actually got a win this time.
Man, take us through, because you and Ty were working together so well. Just take us through what it was like getting such a great push from Ty and getting pushed by one of your longtime friends and teammates there.
Yeah, Ty, I'm trying to remember how that whole thing went, but I remember him telling me that he was not going to let me go. He was going to push me all the way to the flag, and I knew that he wasn't going to let me out to dry. Once we had that run going down on the bottom, and I told him to go up high with me to try and make that run, and Siegel blocked. I wouldn't say he blocked that line. I think he got hung out to dry, and I thought he was going to stay up, and I was just going to stay behind him. But once he went down, then I decided to try to take that chance to side draft him, and Ty gave me the push that I needed to get to the front, got both of us clear, and then the two of us kind of just went all the way to the checkered flag. He kind of threw a block on Danny, which he wasn't trying to get himself wrecked, but that's just how it ended up. But it helped me out big time, so big shout out to him for getting me to the flag, and shout out to him for winning half two with the main feature. That run that he had coming to the line, that was a great move on his part. I'll say that.
And finally, just take us through what was going on in the second race for you. First of all, I don't even know where you finished. I don't even know where anyone finished because of that massive crash that killed like half the field coming to the checkered.
Yeah, no, it's that first set of pit stops, I kind of locked up the right front a little bit, got into Danny G. Coming down to my pit stall, I overshot it because I already had that flat spot on the right front, and I overshot it like just a tiny bit, and it was just enough for me to lose touch of that front pack with D West, Ty, and everybody else that was pretty much in that top 5 the entire race. And it seemed with every single pit stop, my deficit just kept growing like larger and larger. And at one point, if that caution doesn't come out, I was getting ready to pit with like a lap to go and finish a lap down, probably somewhere outside the top 10. So ended up coming back to a P5. I had a little bit of a run coming out of 4, but just not enough. But I'm just satisfied with how the night went tonight. So P1, P5, good points day. I know I need to put myself in a good spot before the chase-offs begin and compete for a title. So tonight was definitely a night needed. That's for sure.
Absolutely, just a unbelievable run from you tonight in both races. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout out to Weekend Woodsman, good old Tim Conrad. He came on board this season to sponsor the car, and the cars have been looking beautiful every single week. Shout out to Ty and all of Southern Speed Co. For taking me in for the season, and they took a chance on me this season to hopefully get my first win, and it paid off. And I think I was the first win for the team this as well. I think it's what they told me. So that's a pretty cool little accomplishment that I get to have. But shout out to them. Shout out to Bojo, Quick Shifts. I have them on the car as well. Banks Designs. Just everybody on the team and everybody that's been backing up everybody in that whole organization. So shout out to them and shout out to you guys. You guys always make the broadcast exciting. I was watching the broadcast a bit, and it was exciting just watching that first half and watching everything else and watching just about every broadcast. So shout out to you guys as well.
I hope you enjoyed our exclusive coverage of Delta Flight, whatever number, taking off there in the middle of the broadcast. So glad we were to provide that too.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, Gilly, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, hopefully that's the plan. Take care, guys. Have a good one.
All right, let's bring in third place finisher.
We don't need a CMC.
What?
He needs to not score. That fucker has already put up 20 fucking.
Hey, Tate! Welcome to the broadcast.
I would
I
very
knew that
much
was
like
gonna
him
happen.
to score. As a Niner fan, I would very much like him to score right now. Thank you very much.
I think my fantasy
I didn't
opponent
realize you guys pulled me.
has him, so
Hey.
I don't want him to score.
How you guys doing? Sorry about that.
I gotta admit, I might have done that on purpose because I knew if anyone was gonna have a slip, it was gonna be Tate.
So I was watching the race. Or the game. You knew what I meant.
Yeah. I heard Mac got
So-
injured.
I'm gonna assume that you got a copy. So we were talking to you just a few minutes ago, and you were having a bit of a time. It looked like you were on melatonin a little bit there. I think that changed pretty quickly there on lap 95 or so. We got the caution and some craziness there at the end. I don't know. What did you see from your perspective?
I mean, I feel like I did everything I could to lead the white flag lap. if the checkered flag waved at the white flag lap, I'd have a lot of super speedway wins, but unfortunately it doesn't. So I do not have a whole lot of super speedway wins. But Ty got a run. I tried to block him high, and he kind of outdid me there and got underneath me, and I wasn't gonna wreck him for nothing. So tried to block DDG there to get another run and maybe have another chance at it, but it didn't really square up like I wanted it to. And third's not bad for kind of a late entry, and kind of just doing it for fun.
Yeah, it's always cool when you can come to Daytona and not be under caution for like ever. I'd say that was. It got a little quiet there at the parts during the race, but it was cool not to be around, but not to be here all night. When did we plan on seeing you the next time this season? We've got Watkins Glen next week, so that's gonna be
Definitely
pretty fun.
want to see you next week. I don't even know. This may be it. I don't know. Let me look at the schedule. Find it.
Watkins Glen, then Myrtle Beach, then I think I forgot what it was after that.
Carlos, I added to the swear. It doesn't count. I didn't know I was in here. I'm not paying it in a swear jar. CMC does need to chill out. So
No, he doesn't. He needs to score right now. We need this win.
oh no, I'll show you. I'll show you what's going on here.
Charlotte Dirt, Phoenix, Sonoma, Auto Club, Kansas, Daytona Road, Homestead. That's the rest.
Ooh,
Auto Club and Homestead sound fun, but it just depends on what week it is and what's going on, and if Vic feels like letting me run today. I was honestly surprised he let me do it with how late notice. I messaged him at like 2 p.m. It was like, hey, got an extra spot. Kind of felt like it was a shot in the dark with the way that he runs a pretty tight ship over here, which is not good nor bad, but glad he let me run. So shout out Brett Wednesday's gone by. Vintage Race Apparel for being on the car for the 900 millionth time. I was gonna shout out Coors Light, but I had to pee so bad that last lap that I don't know if I can. Shout out Puka Nakua. Anti shout out CMC. Oh, Mac Jones is throwing up blood. Who's their backup?
He's still playing?
Backup?
Or it.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Adrian Martinez is our backup to Mac Jones.
Adrian Martinez.
Oh, doink!
Oh, and he made it. Oh no.
Oh yes, thank God.
All right, let's
I
move
would've
on.
punched Something if.
All right, you guys better move on. You guys got a lot of other people to talk to, and even if you don't, you probably got better things to be doing. Go Puka Nakua, and we'll catch y'all next time.
All right, thanks for taking it. All right, thanks for talking to us, Tate. Good job tonight.
Bye, guys.
I feel like there was two different agendas there for the. What, is it football? I guess it's
Bang
football.
bang Niner gang.
So I was wrong. I do have Kyron Williams, and he has scored me 25.2 points, so I am a very happy man. Who's up next? We got Dallas Myhand.
Is he gonna add to the swear jar? Let's see.
Hopefully not.
Hello, guys.
He will not be
And,
added to the sweat jar.
Yeah, no swear jar for him.
I'm watching.
So let's see. James has this one. You take it away, James.
Yes, sir. Dallas. What a run. This is it's been a bit of a rough season for you. I hate to point it out, but this was a run that you needed. Just take us through your race in that second half tonight.
It was clean for the most part. Every pit stop I kept messing up. I kept going too far back and not realizing it because I put my when I have it set up on my screen, I can't really see it unless I look at it. So I was just sitting in pit road and not noticing I was staying too far back, and each time I just kept losing the draft. But it was good for the most part. I was just trying to keep it, not trying to run out field the last 5 laps.
Yeah, take us through that final lap. Is there any other move you could have, anything you could have done differently? Did you think you were going to end up that close?
No, I when Ty made it 3 wide, I knew my only option was to get 3 wide. There's nowhere to go because the 2 inside lanes were just clogged up with cars. It was just me and Ty on the outside. And we both had fresh tires, which is the top 5. I made a quick move, trying in Jones, and then we got stalled out with the side draft. And Ty made a nice block off turn 4, and after that, my only options will take the apron. And I know here, apron's free game. I was gonna cause a wreck, so my only option was the apron. Honestly, I didn't know where to go.
And just take us through what happened with your first half there in the duels and how that race went.
The initial, I think 2 laps, I think it was. We just like bottlenecked in the back, and I lost the draft. Then I couldn't get the draft back into the end of the race when the cars came out. I was just stuck there. I got pushed in the grass, and that was it.
All right, well, that was a great run for you tonight, Dallas. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, I thank Carlos again for having me this season. And then 78 three-way TV car. Darren Staff Paints for the paint scheme. I ran a throwback race again tonight for my paint scheme, because I know last time I raced here in the Gen 6 car, the throwback car at Daytona. I won, so I try hoping to do it again tonight with this car. 1 spot short. So I'm off next week. I won't be here. I'll be at Universal. So I got a decent finish tonight in points. So.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Dallas, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
2 weeks from now. I'll be off next week. So.
Right, you said that. My bad. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, and take it away, Cam, for our race winner in half 2.
Another high swear jar likelihood right here. Bring him up. Todd McIntosh, this is Cameron Rich up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir, buddy.
All right, man. Well, I think for about 70 laps of that race, it didn't look too great for you. You were on the tail end of the lead lap after a pit road penalty, and we didn't look like we were going to get a caution. We got the caution, and that changed everything, and you won. So tell us about the details about what all happened there from your perspective.
So it was really just about, as a group that we had there, we kind of had a plan worked out to get everybody in the best spot that we could for the majority of that if we did get a yellow. So that's why Noah and Jake were behind me, and then Sam and I were ahead of them, because Sam and I were doing really good pushing. We were pulling that pack away consistently, over and over again. And then we did our last stop, and I was ahead of Danny, thankfully, so I didn't have to worry about getting a lucky dog or anything. I just was able to come around, put 4 tires on it, and fill up. And then that last restart, I didn't really have a game plan. I feel like it's one of those things where I was already kind of in the mud. I was 8th on the restart, and then I was just waiting on a lane to open, and it did. I kind of had to go to the outside on Carp there, and then I was able to make a move on Kynan and kind of broke Tate's axles, I'm not going to lie to you. And then it was really just picking the right lanes to block coming out of 4 there, and somehow getting it done.
It was a very flashy way of doing it. Great finish there. I mean, a good turnaround to the season. You started off pretty rough. Bad luck, bad finishes here and there, but you really kind of picked it up over the last few weeks. What's the strategy from here on out? I mean, we have... I just said it in the last interview. Why am I forgetting this? It is Watkins Glen next week, and then it's Myrtle Beach after that. So how you feeling about the schedule coming up?
I mean, Watkins Glen, I feel like I'll be okay. I feel like I've been probably one of the better guys on road courses, obviously nowhere near Danny, but I've improved a lot there overall. Myrtle Beach is kind of going to be a toss-up. You know, I think we're probably going to see, I feel like we're going to see a new winner there, honestly. It's just kind of got that vibe to it, so I feel like that's going to be a toss-up. Looking at the rest of the season, I know we got Charlotte Dirt right after that, so that's just another wild card. So it's really just going to be about trying to put myself in the right situation. I don't think anybody has a shot at getting Danny right now. So I think James not being here tonight and me getting a win probably helped me a lot to close that gap to him. Now I'm just looking at Noah to try to finish second.
Well, that sounds like a good little plan to me. And we are at the official halfway mark of the season, so it is all to fight for now. Before we let you go, any shout outs?
Yeah.
Oh, did you have something, James?
No, I coughed. Sorry, I couldn't get my cough button in time.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, before we let you go, any shout outs you have?
I mean, I want to shout out everybody on Southern Speedco as a whole, man. I know Gilly's really been busting his ass for that first win, and he was able to get it done in the second heat there, so I'm proud of him. I don't know if he's still watching the broadcast, but Gilly, proud of you, buddy. Love you. I want to shout out Thrash for being here. He's been one of my biggest supporters watching the broadcast and being there for me if it's a bad week. So thanks, Thrash. Love you, buddy. I know David and Ray kind of blinked out there at the end. He's had some computer issues, so I feel bad for him. You guys have been on the show, man. I've had a really rough couple weeks. I've been really sick tonight, actually, so I really don't know how this happened, but we fought through it, man. I don't know. I needed this, though. Everybody that sponsors Southern Speedco, Traders Brewing Company for sponsoring me, Bojo for quick shifts. We did it in the quick shifts car tonight, so I'm glad we got the yellow and purple missile a W there. Carlos for sponsoring me as well. You guys have been a huge supporter of me. Binks Designs, Weekend Woodsman. Anybody else I'm thinking of? Team Watson Racing Setups. I think that's it. I could be wrong. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. I don't know if my parents are watching. My dad's in the hospital. Dad, if you are watching, I love you. That was for you. I think I got everybody.
I think you did too. All right. Well, definitely a damn good run out there tonight, Ty. Good job. It was fun watching you, and definitely just a show of perseverance. Really, analogous to the whole season you've had. So I think we'll be seeing a lot more of that in the second half of the season to come. But I think for tonight, that's all we have for you. That was a long one. It's 11:40, so a little bit longer than we typically take here. But if you're still with us, thank you. We hope you liked what you saw. It definitely was an interesting race all around. It was not crashy smashy. There actually was a lot of good racing to the end, and we saw a lot of things that you don't see a lot of an iRacing, a lot of like green flag pit stops, especially for them in a race now. So these OSCA drivers definitely doing it good. So we hope you liked what you saw tonight. Next week we will be at Watkins Glen for 2 halves there. It's going to be a sprint feature format. So back to normal for next week's event and all future events till the end of the season. Will be Thursday at 8:50 p.m. Eastern. But I'm Cameron Rich, James Watson, and Carlos Acosta. Thank you for tuning in to 3YTV. You guys have a great night.